And in this economic system that we all live in, money talks. And unless you understand that, you're never going to be able to win in this system.
What is going on? Hello, beautiful people. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me fix this. All right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Boy, what a time. What a time to be alive. How y'all folks doing? Happy Monday. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Money Talks. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get it connected. Let everything warm up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Hold on. 1 minute. Where's my... All right. What is going on, beautiful people? Can y'all hear me? Is my microphone on? 1 minute. All right. Can y'all hear me? All right, y'all. So let's get to it. Hold on. Let's get to it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Money Talk Mondays. All right. So this segment, I'll be doing reading predictions on the future of the financial market using tarot and astrology. The purpose of these readings is to get a glimpse of any possibilities of what may come in the near future of the market and the economic state of the world that we can possibly prepare for. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Again, these are just predictions. I'm just the messenger and you take care of the shipping and handling. Once again, these are just predictions. I am not a financial advisor in no shape or form, so please do your own due diligence. Woo! So, how y'all doing? All right. First and foremost, let's talk about the energies that is happening. We got a lot of things that's going on. Okay. So first, we do have Mercury retrograde that's right around the corner, but we're going to talk about two of these transits right now. Two of these transits that's happening. Well, three actually. So you have Pluto in retrograde, which is happening. It started on May 4th, but it's happening for like the next 5 months. So, hold on. Let me make the timestamps. Wait a minute. I'm gonna talk about Pluto retrograde. Then we got Saturn retrograde. And then we also have Neptune retrograde. Okay. So let me go ahead and make this quick little. All right. So back to what I was saying. So Pluto in retrograde is started around, I believe, like May 4th. Okay. So Pluto represents death, rebirth, deep transformation, and it's in retrograde. So it's in retrograde for like 5 months. So it started May, June, July, August, September, November. So it's probably going to be there until like November-ish, right? So now with this is about old ways. Old ways in regards to, excuse me, and on top of that, it's in the sign of Aquarius. So Pluto's already entered Aquarius in November in 2024, and now it's in retrograde. So pretty much with that transit, this is in regards to the old ways of how like proving your worth through status, money, fitting in. And right now we're going to start to see that crumbling. So now it's a lot of things being called into stepping into your power, fully embodying our authentic self. So that's probably why we could even just see, just in general in social media, how people who are acting fraudulent or trying to constantly use money to claim their status or whatever the case is, all that shit is crumbling. So now this is about where it's a period where people are going to be asking, like, where are you directing your energy toward, fear or empowerment? So that's really what a lot of this Pluto RX is about, because this is about either you are going to allow fear or you are going to be empowered by it. So the world is going to be flooded with fear. So it's about rising above it and staying grounded in your values, which is key. So this is like the new era of consciousness, not fear. And this is the real currency. Consciousness is the real power and the real currency, because fear is contagious. The world is going to be drowning you with fear about, in regards to the market, in regards to this, that, social media. It's going to be a lot of propaganda that's going to be coming up, especially around this Pluto in RX. So Pluto was going to be, Pluto in retrograde. RX is the symbol, is the abbreviation of it. So with this Pluto in retrograde, this is where you really have to ask yourself, where it's just like, all right, this is about how do you rise above it? How do you get objective? How do you know who you are and what you believe in and what are your values? So don't let yourself catch fear, because consciousness is the new currency. It's the magic. It's literally what's the new frontier is all about. So now we have another planet, which is Saturn in retrograde, and it's also in the sign of Aries starting on the 13th. So this is pretty much auditing specifically receipts from 2020. So it's going to be checking the ego, and then it's going to be sliding into Pisces, and Pisces is going to be checking the delusional aspect. So when Saturn is in retrograde, it's about reassessing our commitments, reworking structures, and recalibrating ambition and how we pursue them. So Aries is an energy that's raw, pioneering, and also focused on self-starting. So there's going to be challenges that's going to be tied to personal agency, and it's going to be asking, are you truly initiating from inner conviction or reacting out of ego? Lessons around impulsive control, because we all know Aries likes to dive in, and Saturn is going to demand you to think before you leap. Now, with these three transits that are happening right now, and these are three major big boys, okay? So now, how can this actually impact the market, the financial market, and let's say the stock market? So there's going to be a lot of cautious investments in regards to climate, reevaluating a lot of startups and innovation and sectors. There's going to also we could see something in regards to debt and interest rate concerns. I believe Trump was talking about something about how he's no longer trying to aid people or whatever the case is. So it's going to be a lot of pullback. So even when it comes to like the global and economic impact, there's going to be more things that's going to be surrounding around the trade and geopolitical tensions. Aries governs individualism and sovereignty, while Saturn governs boundaries and law. We're going to be seeing that a lot in regards to the ebb and flow and the pull. It's going to, and now it's even going to be possibly even more of an economic slowdown in aggressive sectors. So industries that are relying on rapid expansion, military, tech, or defense, which are Aries themes, could face more policy reviews and funding funding restrictions. Infrastructure and work face restructuring. Saturn in retrograde forces a lot of reevaluation of labor laws, taxation, and corporate regulations, especially surrounding a lot of whether if it's entrepreneur or freelancing economy. So we could start to see a lot of maybe tax things and all this other stuff. So even when it comes to, say, global leadership crisis or shifts, Aries rules leaders and warriors. Saturn in retrograde is going to expose weak or authoritarian leadership styles, so possibly sparking more government reforms or protests. So then when you throwing in, say, Neptune, because Neptune is also going to be retrograding in Aries. So with Neptune, which is the planet of dreams, illusion, spirituality, and collective consciousness, moving retrograde in Aries, this is going to be a transit where it's about like, listen, okay, time to start facing shit and coming to reality about things. So when Neptune turns retrograde in Aries, this is going to be a lot in regards to rules, action, entrepreneurship, risk taking, and also bold economic ventures, market speculation, and leadership narratives. All of this is about dissolving any sort of illusions. So there's going to be we could see more investing in and when it comes to, say, like psychologically, like investor psychologically shifts, we could start to see the dissolving of financial illusions, meaning that Neptune in retrograde is infamous of exposing deception, and Aries is particularly targets risk heavy financial strategies. So company funds, financial leaders, or whoever built their success on hype, over promising, or aggressive, say, PR, may face credibility crisis. So there's going to be a lot of exposing. There's going to be a lot of magnifying and putting in. So with these retrogrades that's happening, you got Saturn, you got Pluto, and you also have Neptune. Then you got Mercury coming through. We could really, really see an impact on the stock market. It could get very volatile due to all of these introspection of the infrastructures and really putting a lens on a lot of things, especially when it comes to defense and also the money, the financial system. So right now, even when it becomes to, say, global economic and political impacts, leaderships and authority, once again, like I said, we seen how homeboy made that statement, like, look, we've been spending too much and serving these countries, y'all good, now it's time to make sure that we're good. He's doubling down on, we're not trying to send out all of these, or no more funding or whatever. So he's trying to do an aggressive pullback. So there could be backlash against military or aggressive foreign policy. So countries may start redirecting sources towards humanitarian or social reforms rather than military expansion. But there's also a lot of other stuff. So at least with this with Saturn and Neptune, they're nearly going to be conjunct. They're like pretty much like minutes apart. Okay, this could actually be something kind of positive in a sense, but also we're going to be seeing like an up and down. But one thing that we could see is a slowed down economic growth. So with this Saturn and Neptune conjunction, this even though like it's going to be fully conjunction, I believe like in February 2026, but being that now it's minutes apart, it correlates with the economic slowdown or recession, as enthusiasm gives away to cautious and more restrictive policies. So the big thing, the big picture takeaways: hype versus reality collides, regulatory waves, global power shifts, cautions, conservative investing, things of that nature is what's really going to be happening, at least for that part of this transit. But like I said, we got a lot going on, and that's just a brief. That's just a quick little brief. Okay. So right now, let's see how the market is going to do during these transits. Okay. Gave y'all a quick little rundown. Now, let's see. Okay. Oh wait. Why is this here? 1 second. Oh. Yep. All right. You're welcome. All right. Let's see. Let's see. With all this going on, once again, these are just predictions. These are just predictions. Let's see how are these transits gonna affect the market. How these transits affect the market. Ooh, that Aries wanted to come out. Let's see how these transits affect the market. Ooh, you got Virgo in reverse. I analyzed. The 18th could be significant. Ooh, you also got Jupiter abundance. Hold on now. Okay. Wait, that's way too much. Ooh, I'm finding out something about to actually show up and show out though. Why this feels like there's a lot of, you got a lot of fire energy here. Sagittarius and Leo. Oh, look, I said Leo especially. You got Leo in reverse. Oh, you also got Uranus here. Uranus energy, and we still in Uranus and Gemini now. I feel like there's going to be something that actually is going to do very well. There's some sort of expansion that's happening. Somebody is saying something. If somebody's expanding. And it feels like this is an expansion that I'm hearing somebody is gun-ho about. Feels like there were mixed feelings about this expansion. What is this about? What's this Virgo? Why is Virgo analyzing? Ooh, Ace of Swords in reverse. What's this? What's this Jupiter about? Something is definitely popping off in the upcoming days or months of upcoming day. You got a lot of Leo energy here. This feels like this is something that's happening. Feels like possibly like next week or going into Leo season. It's a lot of Leo energy here. A lot of bold energy. Ooh, a lot of bold energy here. You also got the Hermit card. That's Virgo energy too. It feels like there's either something that's about to be exposed. An Ace of Swords in reverse with the Virgo I analyze in reverse. And then you also, this may have something to do in regards to some sort of biotech or something like that. With this science, this feels very sciencey. This is something that's surrounding like science, physics or something like that. Feels like it's a mix of like tech also, especially with this swords energy here and with this Virgo, because Virgo rules Mercury. This could be actually happening around Mercury retrograde. But there feels like there's something that's going to withstand the time, withstand like this bullshit. What is this in regards to? You have the Eight of Swords here, interfering. It's a lot of swords energy here. This also could be something in regards to possibly maybe like a hacking of a defense system or something of that nature. There could be some information that could be leaked. Why is this Jupiter here? Oh, but I'm telling y'all, there is something that's still gonna do good though. It feel like there's a flaw in the system. It feels like someone is either exposing like a flaw in the system, but it feels like someone's bounce back is gonna be real. You have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Someone's bounce back is gonna be crazy. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You have the look. I just said something with a hacker now. You got the hacker here, Prince of Swords in reverse, and you have the hacker. With the Star card. This also feels like someone is either going to either spread some false information or leak some sort of information to try to sabotage someone or a company. But it's not working though. This definitely feels like this is happening maybe towards like the ending of Cancer season. This feels like this is the end towards the ending of Cancer season. Maybe starting around like the 18th, we could start to see something shifting. There's definitely like some sort of something about like communication. It feels like there's something that's going to be revealed. But somebody is ahead of it though. House of Creativity. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, this is something in regards to communication or someone, because you also have Fortune in reverse. And look, you also have Saturn here, seventh house partners. There's some sort of info that's being leaked out, possibly maybe some messages. This definitely has something to feel like it's dealing with technology. It feels like either somebody's message or somebody's business or something, some sort of documents are going to be released. How will this affect the market? You have the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's exposing somebody. Somebody's I'm hearing this even may have something to deal with treason. You have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You also have the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, this has something to do with some sort of deal. I feel like this exposing is going to who and you have the Hierophant, and you also have the Two of Wands in reverse, and you also got the Emperor here. I don't know. This might have this feel like, you know what, Donnie may end up saying something, but there's some sort of documents that's gonna expose. It's either gonna expose someone or some sort of contract. With this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, somebody, you know what? I won't be surprised this has something to do with Mr. Elon. They may try to get Elon up out of here. He might literally like send him, as he says, send him back to Africa. There's something about something in regards to someone's contract, either finding a loophole or someone. Yeah, they're somebody is releasing something. Somebody done pissed somebody off. Somebody is pissed off, and they're trying to get someone off the map. Who is this involving? Let me put that back. Who is this involving? You have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, and you also have the Seven of Coins in reverse. Who's this involving? Seven of Wands. Yep, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, somebody's getting let go. It feel like someone was trying to hold on for a very, very long time, but it ain't working. It's not working anymore. Ten of Wands in reverse. This feel like this could be somebody possibly that's like either like a leader. This definitely feels like someone, this is a leader. If it's not a world leader, this is someone of a company. And it feels like they're going to lose a lot of money. Feels like they're going to lose a lot of money, but then there's also some sort of gain at the end. It's like they're intentionally sabotaging someone. That's what this feels like. Someone is intentionally being sabotaged, so that way this also may be involving like the pharmaceutical industry too. This feels like this could be involving something about the pharmaceutical industry. It's a dirty game. I feel like they're trying to tag in another player, another option. Ooh, Ace of Wands in reverse, and you got the Moon card here. Someone is getting too big for their bridges, and they about to humble them. But I definitely feel like this is something in regards to feels like the pharmaceutical industry too. You got the Moon card here. There could be something that there could be a possible around like the next new moon. We could see that there's another player that's coming on board. Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords, both of those in reverse. Someone is definitely getting their contracts cut. Someone is being stopped dead in their tracks. What's this Moon card about? Ten of Coins in reverse. How's this market about to look after this? How's this market about to look? It could get very hostile, very volatile. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Lord, it's gonna be red. I see why that Jupiter is there. It look like it's gonna drop crazy. I'll tell you that much. These are just predictions. But going from around the 18th, going into Leo season, maybe like the first week of August, that market gonna go down. When I say that's when the dip is gonna happen, baby, that dip is going to happen. That dip is going to dip. When I say that dip is dipping, it's going to dip. You have the Five of Wands and you also have the Ten of Swords here. This clash is going to bring, and it feels like this is more than one person that's involved. There's going to be too many people arguing or going back and forth or really trying to fluff their feathers. Because once again, let me tell you something. With this whole Mercury retro, with all these retrogrades that's happening, you got Pluto, Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde, and you also have Mercury retrograde. So you're gonna have a lot of disagreements, a lot of systems that's gonna be malfunctioning. There's gonna be a lot of things that are going to get pulled back because that there's so much internal. It feels like there's all of these internal affairs are now going to surface. So there's gonna be certain stuff that's gonna pop up, especially when it comes to people business or all of these companies, these certain certifications, these laws and all this other stuff that's going on. There's a lot of things that's going to be brewing throughout this whole entire month. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if give or take after this week, we are going to see a bloody, it's going to be real bloody. I feel like this market is going to really tank. And it's going to get very scary. The fear meter is going to go up. This is the reason why I tell y'all all the time, mentally, y'all got to stay in the game, because all of this fear that there's going to be a lot of fear that's going to be put into the market, because it feels like whoever, especially with these queens, these feels like other countries, whoever these countries, or let's just say whether if it's countries or if these companies that are going to be under fire or are going to be affected by all of this talk or whatever, let's just say the feuds that's going on, and then also all of these policies or all of this critiquing, because there's going to be a lot of critiquing and a lot of scrutinizing this month, and people are going to get scared. It feels like Trump could also make another announcement in regards to possibly when it comes to the trading or when it comes to how he wants to start doing business, because this motherfucker right here, he going on a rampage. Okay, come the next couple of weeks, this July, he going on a rampage. Trump is about to go on a whole rampage, and it also feels like there's going to be a lot of exposing. He's going to be saying a lot of salacious stuff online, but there's also going to be a lot of salacious things online. So with this moon card here, and when I clarified the moon card, they said the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. There's going to be a lot of people not happy about these things. It feels like whatever this is being exposed, or whoever's getting cut off from the piggy bank, or being affected by, say, the trade war, it's going to affect the market. 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Swords upright. It's about to be a shit show. It is about to be a shit show. It's going to be a shit show. It is going to be a shit show. However, it's clearing season. Just know when to get in. This is not going to be the time where you are emotionally invested into the market. So I'm going to tell you right now, y'all better start listening to some music. Y'all better listening to some high vibrational music to calm you down when you over here looking. Try to just set it and forget it. That's my motto. Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it, because this is something where it's going to be affecting all across the board. And especially when I'm just keep seeing something about defense and something in regards to the pharmaceutical industry and also the tech industry, but it feels like it's more so about the infrastructures, possibly the chips, and more than that, steel. Like, don't just think about the chips, think about all of the other materials that are needed to build all of these technologies. Okay, I'm just saying, listen, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your due diligence. Okay, please do your due diligence. Third house messages. Yeah, this is in regards to the community. And you also got fifth house here too. Also, let me tell you something too. Okay, with this third house messages here, and you also have house of creativity, we could between like the 27th and the 29th, we could possibly also see something in regards to the social media, but also a lot of viceful stocks. I just keep hearing vices, things that really can affect and shape how people think. There's a lot of stuff here that's dealing with like the mental. So just be mindful about that. Keep your head on the swivel, and there's going to be a lot of A lot of reality, but also a lot of your own reality as well too. Meaning like, okay, you're gonna have to start really differentiating. Is this shit like deep fake? Is this AI? Is this? There's a lot of things that's coming up. So, but you'll be able to get money in it. I'll tell you that much. Saturn return. Okay, you also got seventh house partners. Yeah, these partnerships is being scrutinized, and big boy Saturn in retrograde is like, okay, we got to work on inside the infrastructure. Okay, so yeah, let's get it together. This is a gathering up and rustling up everybody right now, and it's going to be a lot of breakups that's going to be happening. A lot of breakups, and also, yeah, you even got, even Neptune came out in reverse. Yeah, you got Uranus here. You also got Neptune in reverse. Yeah, these transits is definitely going to be hitting the market crazy. So hold your bridges. Men lie, women lie, energy don't. Lady, y'all, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
And in this economic system that we all live in, money talks. And unless you understand that, you're never going to be able to win in this system.